In 2050, 68% of London's landmarks will be powered by clean energy and artificial intelligence. But the most surprising part? They still look like history, only smarter. London, a city that never sleeps, where every street corner holds a secret. But in the year 2050, those secrets don't just whisper from the past. They rise, shimmering, re-engineered into the pulse of a futuristic metropolis. Big Ben is no longer merely a clock tower. It watches. Its solar-powered face pulses with data. Not just time, but patterns, air quality spikes, sudden weather shifts, encrypted messages from satellites orbiting overhead. Sometimes people claim it flashes signals, as if trying to communicate something deeper, something hidden. Trafalgar Square has become a portal, not in the metaphorical sense, in the literal. Put on a neural sync headset and you're transported. The square melts away into a battlefield, or a royal procession, or a political uprising. The line between memory and simulation blurred. Visitors report strange déjà vu, as if the simulations remember them too. London hasn't changed. It has awakened. This is no ordinary tour. This is a descent into the uncanny, into a London where heritage fuses with haunting precision, where monuments breathe and shadows store data. The River Thames now hums with hydroelectric life, its waters concealing micro-reactors and algae farms. Tower Bridge unfolds like a sentinel, opening to allow AI-controlled vessels to pass. But never at random, always on schedule, always watching. Every icon remains, but altered, alive, evolving. Get ready. The future isn't just calling. It's already here, and it knows your name, who's your... The transformation of icons. Begin your descent into the heart of the future, where icons no longer sit still as relics of history. They breathe, they evolve, and in some cases, they whisper back. Let us begin with the London Eye. It still turns, but now it turns with secrets. They call it the Wheel of Echoes. Each capsule has become a vault of emotions, a doorway into memory, not your memory, but the city's. Step inside, and neural sensors read your pulse, your voice tremors, your gaze. The system chooses for you, not what you want to see, but what you need. A wartime goodbye under grey skies, a forgotten jazz night in Soho, the exact view where someone once fell in love and never returned. People exit changed, some laugh, some cry, some never speak of it again. Next, descend. The London Underground has become the EchoLines, a quiet, dream-like system that glides like a thought. Trains float on magnetic currents, and platforms project surreal vistas, hanging gardens, lost cities, impossible skies, no ads, no announcements, just ambient music and whispers from distant eras. One station is rumored to simulate your childhood home as you remember it, but only if you're alone. Inside the cabins, the walls seem to breathe. Passengers report glimpsing reflections of people who aren't there. Sometimes they blink. The tunnels shimmer with bioluminescent moss, pulsing gently with the city's heartbeat. In this world, the daily commute feels like traversing the collective subconscious of London itself. Hyde Park has become the Verdant core. It breathes. The trees are no longer passive. They listen. They remember who sits beneath them. With each visit, their canopy shifts. Leaves grow in your favorite colors. Petals open when you hum familiar tunes. The central lake doesn't reflect the sky. It reflects you. Your emotions ripple across the water as color and light. Stand too long, and the lake begins to murmur. Some claim it calls their name. Above it all, the skyline pulses. The shard no longer shines with glass, but glows from within. Its skin, alive with algae and light, shifts with the city's mood. Red when angry, indigo when grieving, gold during moments of collective joy. Sometimes it turns black, with no explanation. Rumors abound. Not all has moved forward. There are places that resist change. A narrow alley behind Fleet Street is shrouded in static. AR fails. Cameras glitch. The graffiti changes nightly, rearranged by unseen hands. A message, perhaps? A warning? Or a presence that was never meant to be disturbed? If you walk in with music in your ears, it cuts out. If you whisper, something whispers back. People say the footsteps never match their own. Some never make it to the other side. London in 2050 is not a city of answers. It is a living labyrinth of memory, myth, and machine. The lines between history and hallucination are gone. It is no longer a place you visit. It's a place that visits you. You don't just walk through London anymore. It walks through you, and it dreams in your voice. The closing descent. So now you've seen the future, but have you truly understood it? London. 2050 is not a utopia. It is not a dystopia. It is something far more unnerving. A mirror. The city has learned to feel, to remember. And in that remembering, it has learned to haunt. It wears its past not as scars, but as circuitry. Its monuments don't just symbolize history, they store it, play it back, replay it differently, depending on who's watching. You came here expecting innovation. You found resurrection. You sought the future. But the future in London always walks hand in hand with ghosts. Because every layer of this city holds a story that never truly ended. A whisper under Westminster Bridge, a flicker behind a Parliament window, a shimmer on the surface of the lake in Hyde Park, like an eye just below the waterline. What is London 2050? It is an organism made of time. It breathes in pulses of memory, its heartbeat syncing with yours the moment you step in. A cathedral of memories repurposed by code. A city where architecture thinks, trees feel, and shadows observe. And the question is no longer, what will you discover? But rather, what has already discovered you? As you walk its streets, it walks within you. Your memories alter its fabric. Your fears echo down its tunnels. Your presence triggers ancient echoes. Because London 2050 isn't watching you, it's remembering you, and when you leave, you may find its voice trailing just behind you, whispering back something you didn't know you forgot. And then it asks the one question no city has ever dared to ask you. You came here to see the future, but the future saw you first. If this vision stirred your imagination, don't let it end here. Like this video, share it with those who still believe in wonder, and subscribe to Next World X for more journeys into tomorrow. Because the future isn't waiting, it's already watching.